many of you have had more acid reflux lately? Or maybe you never had acid reflux or heartburn before, but you do now. Interestingly enough, as a family physician, that is one of the symptoms I am seeing more and more in my patients, especially during this coronavirus pandemic. And it made me start thinking, as we experience sort of the stress and the strains of the pandemic, stress and strains not only affect our mind, but they affect our bodies as well. And there are some symptoms that our bodies can experience that can actually be a result of our stress. Remember, acid reflux or heartburn can also be one of those. Always see your doctor to get a proper diagnosis and treatment. But remember, if you've been having more acid reflux than before, or it's not being treated with the normal treatments that you normally take, or you've never had it before and you do now, stress may be playing a role in that. Guys, I'm talking about symptoms that may be signs that you're experiencing COVID stress. The next thing is headaches. Yes, I have been seeing more headaches in my patients than I normally do during this time. Now, we often think of headaches as being something that could result from stress as well as many other things, but don't forget that during this time that if you're having more headaches than normal or you're having headaches and you don't normally do, again, always, you gotta see your doctor to get a proper diagnosis and make sure it's nothing else. But stress can exacerbate headaches and things of that nature. So please don't forget that. Number 3, the third thing I'm seeing, of course, is insomnia. Now, that's you and I, we've actually talked about insomnia before. I did a video a little while ago on ways to get better sleep, because I think a lot of us, our sleep is all jacked up these days, right? Either you're lying in bed and your mind is racing, or, maybe you're going to sleep hours later than you normally do and waking up hours later, your sleep schedule's off, maybe you're not sleeping well at night, you're tossing and turning, your mind's racing. Whatever the case is, this is a time when so many of us, our sleep has been disrupted, and it is disrupted. Don't forget that stress in general can be playing a role in that. The next thing, fourth thing, is a lack of motivation. Yes. I mean, who would have thunk that, lack of motivation could be a sign of stress, but it absolutely can. And I have to tell you, there are times where I go through this too. I mean, my patients have been feeling it. I feel it at times. If you've ever felt like you just want to crawl into bed and pull the covers up above your head and not come out, sort of that feeling is very common and maybe a result of stress. So if you're feeling unmotivated, don't beat yourself up. You want to think about what's going on and don't underestimate the role that stress could be playing. Number 5 is muscle tension. That's right. This feeling like, I'm like, oh, that feels so good. That feeling of like needing to stretch your neck and just kind of carrying tension in your neck, which I feel like I've been doing a lot. Some people carry tension in their neck. Sometimes they do in their lower back or other places. These sort of muscle spasms and muscle tension certainly can be a sign of stress and a way that your body is trying to manage stress. Guys, remember that all of this stuff is in some ways perfectly natural in the sense that our minds and our bodies are connected. So when we feel stress in our minds, our bodies may exhibit signs of stress as well. For all the things I just mentioned and more, make sure you talk to your doctor to get a proper diagnosis. Don't assume that it's just stress, but don't forget that stress may be playing a role. So see your doctor, you gotta see us. Guys, I'm Dr. Jen Caudle. I'm doing videos every day. I'm trying to get us through this coronavirus pandemic, and we are hanging in there because we are strong, right? I hope this video was helpful. Please make sure that you like and follow my page if you haven't. And if you're interested in sending stars, you can find them on my page underneath each video. I always answer your questions first, guys. I'm Dr. Jen Caudle, and I'll see you soon.